I like it. Woo! Rally.
Yeah, my throat. So earlier today I had some, because state stores are like not open during this time of quarantine.
They are not.
I made a trip to like a private distillery who loopholed being open by making hand sanitizer.
Oh no, we have a ton of those people open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got some.
Nice.
From Ben Salem, 1675.
Cool.
Vodka and whiskey.
Ooh, nice.
Down there on, I believe it's State Road because they say it's like one of the oldest roads in the country, which I'm pretty sure State Road is.
Yeah, we got this from this place called Jackass Brewery or Distillery, Jackass Distillery, in Sacramento, PA. Yeah, it's Jack AZZ. And it is literally like a little shack out behind the people's house who own it. And today I was drinking. I bought a bottle of Half Jack that is 150 proof, 75% alcohol, and my throat still burns from drinking it earlier.
Neat.
Yeah, it was rough.
That is the life we live in now, Chris.
Boy, isn't it?
I'm gonna take the bottle that I got and I'm gonna like sign it like Corona 2020.
Yeah.
And then, like show it to Fletcher and it's like, that's how I got through this.
Oh yeah, this has ramped up my drinking, that's for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah, when you first called, I was on Zoom with a couple of pals just catching up, so that's why it took me a little bit to jump on call.
Oh, it's okay.
But yeah, it's crazy. This is getting worse and worse. I did get some good news today, though. As if my job couldn't have complicated my life anymore. I'm no longer unemployed, which is good news.
Yep.
They're paying me also for the 2 weeks that I was unemployed, which sucks because I literally just made my unemployment claim on Friday because that's when my paperwork came. So now I have to cancel it when it comes. Yeah, so I have to like remember in 4 weeks when that paycheck gets here that I have to like send it back or whatever you have to do to like be forgiven of it. But we're going to be teaching these kids. Some of them I'm going to be able to jump online and do Zoom classes like a couple days a week. And the rest I have to do home drop off of packets and work, which you know as well as I do, I'll never see that shit in a million years. That work is not getting done.
No.
That door is not getting answered.
Can't you? Don't you have more confidence in your...
Listen, I teach at a behavioral school.
Oh, but Chris...
Literally, academics already come second to my kids over improving their behavior, like in the state's eyes. Now, not only do they know that their work can't be... like, they can't fail... So why are they going to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, no matter what, they're not going to fail. So it's literally just work for the sake of work. So, like, it's going to be interesting. I just imagine I'm going to show up at their house with a fucking mask on and just pounding on the door like some apocalyptic bill collector. Give me your homework!
It's gonna be like Ron Swanson. He's just like, can I try one of those turkey bacons? Just throw it right there. You just give them a packet. You see them throw it right in the trash.
Yeah, literally they drop it in the garbage can.
As you're getting in your car, you see them just taking it out to the curb.
Yeah. That's literally what it's going to be.
That's a shame.
But I'm still, I'm just happy to be back, and I'm hoping that I can actually get some kids in the Zoom classroom because I do miss them.
That's good.
You don't realize how like important to you they are until they're gone, like unexpectedly. Like you didn't get to say goodbye to them. You didn't have any closure or anything like that.
That's a bummer. Wow, this got all touchy-feely.
Hey man, it's one of those nights.
All right, well, start the show, Chris.
Welcome to the UpNup podcast.
I was so spaced out.
It was a dramatic pause.
It's like you couldn't remember what the name of the damn fucking podcast was called.
I kind of did forget the bit a little bit. That happens sometimes. Even though we've done it a handful of times, it's still like, wait a minute, this is it, right?
Which one? The
UpNup podcast.
Oh, man. Your heart's not in this anymore.
That's not true. My heart is absolutely in this, Ty. How dare you? How dare you question my morals?
Oh, my God.
So,
if only you loved it as much as you did your kids.
How's it going besides the come down?
Well, it's kind of bullshit. I'm waiting for I called today. My second epidural is still scheduled.
Well, that's good.
It has not been canceled. So that's by Thursday. Nice. So I'm not supposed to do anything for 24 to 48 hours. So I'm really hoping I can get a I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh boy. Bless you.
Wow. All
God
right.
God bless you.
Indeed. Namaste. So I have that. And I'm hoping that somehow Final Fantasy VII shows up, and I'm quarantining myself to the basement with that.
Nice.
And I hope that's my like Friday, but I don't know. I have yet to get like an email saying it's on its way.
Really?
But
oh no.
I'll just hardcore cancel it.
Right.
And just pre-order it online, or it's just on the store.
Yeah, I would say if you don't get the it's shipped email by Thursday, I would just cancel it and buy it digital so it preloads.
That's the plan. Because I am bored. I'm so bored.
Animal Crossing's not holding it for you?
Yeah, I pop in, do like a few things, and pop out. I don't see it's like getting like I'm not gonna play it anymore. But I can see the point. There's like there's no point. Like once you do so much in that day, you're really just going for just fractions of percentages to complete stuff. I get like the bulk of my work done. I hit like all the trees.
It's definitely like it has reached the point in the game where it has become like chore status. Like I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna do my 5 dailies that I get the bonus for, water my flowers, defruit all my trees, and then leave. And I'm done for the day. I've been trying to play exclusively at night because I'm trying to get that Tarantula Island so I can stock up on those bad boys. But so I've got like 9 tickets that I've been sitting on, and just like at 10 o'clock every night I go and do like 3 islands back to back, just in hopes. But I've been getting just like garbage islands lately. Like literally last night I literally got a garbage island. Like I didn't know that was one. Yeah, I didn't know that was one. Literally, it was just trash.
Did you see someone on our? They sent us on our Twitter. It's like all the islands.
I did see that, and also someone sent us an app.
I should give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up now.
It was Bill, wasn't it? Yeah, Bill Russum, BFR, Bill Russum. Hey, found this. Yeah, it's just. I didn't honestly, when you said that there was one island that had tarantulas, I thought that was it. Like I thought.
Oh no, there's a bunch of them. There's a spiral.
A bunch. There's 20.
I get the spiral island constantly.
I think I've only gotten one unique one.
Oh yeah.
I guess like there. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
I've gotten the Bell's Island, and I get the spiral island constantly.
Yeah, I've been mostly just trying to like make my island how I like it. I built a bathhouse.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, I know. I'm like way too obsessed with that part.
Yeah. It's a little. I get a little bit overwhelmed when I flew into your island because of like, I'm very like this game has brought out kind of the worst in my OCD, in the sense of like when I replant trees. I count out the steps, and I do so like I I just transferred. So to start, I just plant wherever, and then once I get enough fruit, I then so my island is broken up into the part where I live is apples and pears, and then to the west, when you cross the bridge, is all cherries, and then if you go up onto the first layer of the mountain, there's an orange orchard. And then if you go east of the orange orchard, there's a bamboo forest. And then I have another portion where I'm going to plant all the peaches, and then coconuts go along all the beaches, of course.
Nice.
But your island is just trees as close together as they can possibly be. All of mine
are
forests. It's really cool, but mine just looks like orchards everywhere. It's literally planted a tree, walk 5 steps north, plant a tree, walk 5 steps north, plant a tree, walk 5 steps east, plant a tree, 5 steps south, plant a tree. That's how meticulous I am about it. It's so annoying.
I'm kind of approaching this as if this was an NPC town. So
Yeah.
like a town you would find in a game. So I'm trying to lay it out where things make sense. I honestly lucked out, but I built 2 houses next to each other, on the other island by themselves, and they're just neighbors, and I just assume that they don't like each other
because they're neighbors.
Yeah, and they just absolutely trash on one another, and then I got the goat that's at the top of the mountain.
I love that goat,
and she just is up there by herself doing her thing.
I had a camper come into my campground who I fucking hate, and I don't want him moving into my village, but I have to. I hate him so much. He sucks. I
have a toucan that wears armor.
Oh, he's pretty cool. I have a flamingo that I like a lot, and I have this emo cow who never hangs around with the other villagers. And every time I talk to him, he's like, "You haven't come and talked to me for a while, and I didn't know what was wrong, but I'm happy to see you."
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
I cut myself to some color.
This it's like a hipster squirrel or rabbit or something. I think it's a rabbit, a hipster rabbit, and it refers to itself as a VIP and all the annoying shit. And I'm like, no, fuck you. You're out of here.
No, I couldn't handle that.
I'm hoping if I just hold on to the house and don't build it, he goes away.
Maybe. I know nothing of this game.
Yeah, I'm with you though too. I like convenience. My shop and the tailor are right next door to each other, and they're just to the northwest. Oh, you haven't gotten the tailor yet from Mabel and Sable, the Able sisters?
Who?
Mabel and Sable, the Able sisters.
Spoils.
They're in every Animal Crossing. That doesn't count as spoilers.
Spoiler.
They're cool. They're cute little hedgehogs. They're the blue hedgehog that comes in has clothes for sale.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get them to move permanently to the island. Maybe you buy a certain amount of clothes from them or something. But I had to build their shop, so that was fun.
Yeah, I built a bridge and a ramp, and got my.
I built the bridge. I didn't build the ramp yet.
I got my house on my island now, so I'm pretty happy. I really don't know what else I would want. I have an island on an island, and I live on that island.
The only thing that would be better is if there was a drawbridge.
I know.
So you could just shut it off.
Just get the fuck off.
I guess you could just do no bridge and then just have the vaulting pole. So if you can't vault, you can't get to the island.
Yeah, but oh man, I was I played Messenger.
Oh, I've been playing that a lot too. One of our listeners, Corey, at Homeless Wizardy, he bought us the Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's the Messenger, not just Messenger?
I think it's the Messenger.
Okay, the Messenger.
I was not expecting the comedy.
No, it's such a funny game, and it's really, really good. Have you done the closet thing yet?
The what?
So when you go into the shop, if you walk over to the closet,
all
the way to the left.
I've started talking to it, and then he threatened me with a really long story.
Yeah, and then he does it. He actually does it after a couple more, and it's non-skippable.
Yeah, that's why
it holds up its end of the bargain, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is very funny.
I stopped. I was like, I know that they're really just gonna do that. They're gonna make like me read like a like War and Peace.
It was really long. It was probably five minutes of just text.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm frustrated. I don't know. I don't like the squirrels flying and the downward attack. Like for some reason I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've unlocked the downward attack yet, but one thing I have a feeling I haven't gotten the grappling hook yet or whatever, so I don't know how that's going to change it, but I don't like Y being the attack button. I'm probably going to change that.
That was like a huge thing. I switched mine to the trigger button.
Yeah. It's so hard.
Just wait till you start having to fly hit and then use that hit to jump again.
Yeah, I had one of those. I just beat the second boss, and on your way to him, there's like I don't know how else to describe it except for like a valley of spikes that you have to like float through, and then you have to like hit a light to change direction, like so you don't hit the spikes. So you have to be like floating, attack, and then float again quick.
Yeah. That I'll tell you what. I'm getting really frustrated with the game. I want to get to the gimmick. I still haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah,
because I was really surprised that it's been that long. I was like,
yeah,
where the fuck is it? Because I'm probably like 6-7 hours into it now.
Yeah, I'm probably maybe 2.5 hours into it.
I'm at the final boss. That's not that like right before I get it. It has to be. They're even hinting at it. The shopkeeper was even like, you're like, so I'm getting to the end of the game, and they're like, you didn't watch the trailer, did you? They're like, what? Like, you'll find out soon enough. I'm not gonna ruin it. He's like, you've made it this far without finding out. I'm not gonna ruin it for you at this point.
That's cool. I'm excited because I'm going into this game completely blind.
You don't know the gimmick.
I don't know what the gimmick is.
It's insane.
I've heard about it, but that's like I've heard of the game, but that's as far as it's gone.
Yeah,
I will say I really enjoy it. I feel the same way about this game as I did Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
like the music is so good. It's so
I mean,
fun
I liked
to play.
Shovel Knight far better, but this definitely has. I was not expecting the comedy. I think the comedy was what is the best thing that I take from this game.
Yeah, the comedy is excellent. Like the jokes are very good.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know. I need something to play. I want Final Fantasy to come out. Everyone's putting up reviews, and I don't want to look at them.
Yeah, definitely don't want to hit any of those spoilers.
And I don't know, maybe play Resident Evil 3, but I didn't really like it. I didn't really like Resident Evil 2. I loved 7.
Yeah, 7 was amazing. I
love 7. I beat 7, played it immediately again, played it again. It did like the speed run to get all the guns, and then I played it again.
I wish there was a way I could like sit down and force Kara to play it.
I have the VR version. I haven't played it.
Oh my god.
I haven't played it in VR yet either.
I haven't played it in VR, but one of my friends swore by it so much that he even bought the Resident Evil candle that smells like mold.
Wow.
Because he wanted like full immersion when he played it. I was like, you're an insane person.
That is the definition of an insane person.
Yeah.
Mold candles.
Yeah, it smelled terrible. It smells like a moldy, mildewy dirt cellar when you burn it. Man,
how do they get that stuff into a goddamn candle?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Go around scraping walls and shit?
I'm sure that's what they do. They just go into every bachelor's basement and they're like, hey, can we just scrape some of the stuff off your walls?
Did you just happen to have like Taco Bell by chance? Because Tacoware is very heavy.
Yeah.
And it settles.
Is your shower supposed to be yellow? Oh, it was white?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, don't knock the basement shower, because I had a basement shower in college.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I had a basement shower growing up, and it was concrete. It was the coldest thing on the planet.
Mine was shared with the laundry room.
Yeah,
so that
ours
was fun.
was too. but it had a concrete floor and concrete walls. It was, like I said, it was like no matter how hot of a shower you took, it was the coldest shower ever. Even in like the dead of summer, it still managed to be like cold concrete.
That's a bummer. Showered. That messed me up living down in my dad's basement because there was no windows down there.
Oh yeah,
and
really.
I managed. It was my last semester of college, and I had like I think 4 classes I had to take, but one of them was like a 1 credit course, so it's basically
just
write-in.
a complete throwaway. Yeah.
So
were you breathing through this class? Okay,
yeah.
You passed.
Yeah, and it was basically I scheduled so I would have classes. I think Tuesdays. I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays. I just got them all on the same day. So then I would have a 4-day weekend every week, and then a day off in the middle.
Nice.
So I would lose track of time down there. Nothing would make sense. I would just go to Sheets. Didn't matter. It's open 24/7. Just who the hell cares? Just come out. Oh, it's dark.
Yeah.
Is it 9 o'clock? Why are people getting coffee?
Thanks to Windows, time of day isn't that hard right now, but boy oh boy, knowing what day of the week it is nigh impossible.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
I
just have to make sure the trash goes out.
Yeah. I forgot today was Monday pretty much all day.
Oh.
It's so crazy.
It's gonna be a long 30 days, Chris.
I'm hoping it's done then. Like,
I'm
hoping April 30th is the end of it.
Here's the thing.
It won't be. I know it won't be.
If they say that if this needs to extend, you need to tell us like before we get close to the end.
Yeah,
like they need to tell us like next
2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. They need to give us 2 weeks to prepare that this is going to be until June.
Oh my god!
Like honestly, this last time it helped because they were like, we were 2 weeks away from when it was supposed to end. Mid-April. And they were like, we're going to extend it to the end of April. And I was like, all right, you gave us almost like a month notice. That it was going to be extended 2 more weeks. So, yeah, you're right. They better let us know by the end of this week if this is going past April. Oh, man.
It's going to be bad.
Kara and I walked together to get the mail today because it was just like, I haven't had sun since Friday. So we walked to the mailbox together and then walked back to the house. And I was like, that was nice. Talked to the neighbors a little bit, got some sunshine on my skin, and then I came back inside and played video games.
I got to get wrapped up into something, I think.
Yeah, I'm running out of stuff to get wrapped up in, unfortunately. Call of Duty Warzone has kind of grabbed my attention. I've been playing that a bunch pretty much every night.
Nice.
The Messenger has, but like, I don't know.
Something.
I need
a story-rich game.
Yeah, I was considering just buying a digital version of Star Wars because who knows when I'm going to be able to get my copy back from you.
Wow.
And EA was doing a discount on it like this week, so maybe.
I mean, I could send it to
you. Mail it to me.
I got to mail a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Post offices.
Death Stranding was on sale too. I almost bought that. Thankfully, I didn't because I have $6 to my name. But when I was at like the $100 mark, I was like, $30 on Death Stranding is a good investment.
That's a good investment. Think of all the quality time I'll get with it.
And then I had to like go grocery shopping and pay a bill, and then I was like, I have $6. I'm glad I didn't buy Death Stranding.
Yeah. But here we are. So, I don't even know. It's day 6 of 30. The
upNup
podcast.
It's way more than 6. Don't let them take credit for taking March from us.
Man.
I'm counting what it actually is.
Chris,
so 7, 14, 20. This is actually day 24.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
I'm now depressed. You have depressed me.
Where's 2020 going?
Oh
my God. Wow. That downed me too.
Ouch. Well, I had a topic.
Yeah, let's get into the topic.
I guess. I don't even want to live anymore.
Yeah. Wow. That really this isn't even a bit. Like that really fucked up my mood. I'm like severely depressed after that.
Let's just go to our thumbs up and just ba-ding! Just Go to fucking bed.
I don't even know if I have a thumbs up and up.
It's fucking
the messenger.
Thumbs straight up our ass.
Actually, my thumbs up and up this week is gonna be Corey for giving us that amazing game. Our
there
hero.
You go. All right, our hero. He did provide us hours of entertainment today.
He really did, and I really do like this game.
I like it too. I wish it's not hard. I'm getting really frustrated with the controls. That downward attack really bothers me.
I think once I remap the controller, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But everything else about the game, I really, really do enjoy. It's very satisfying. The music is really good. You feel like you've accomplished something. Like, I haven't... It's a hard game, but I haven't gotten to, like, the Dark Souls level where I was like, I need to quit for the night. Like, I need to give up. I need to stop
I'm at that with this boss. I know I could... It's one of those bosses where I know I can beat him. I just don't want to take my time. Because you could cheese him every once in a while and get, like, so many more attacks on him. But you get hurt a lot when you do it. And it's a boss that's just long. And if you don't just do it the right way and take your time, I think you can't. I think you'll just eventually not have enough health by the end of it to beat him. So I think one day I just need to take a break, come back to it, take my time, and beat him. And I guess. I don't know. Anywho, we're going to talk about everybody is coming back to video games because they don't want to drag them through the mud that there caused some sort of school shooting or violence in the youth. You know, everybody's turning them to be our savior.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people coming to the world of video games that I feel like it's our duty to convert and guide these lost lambs to a higher thinking, a digital thinking, a press X to mourn kind of mentality.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
So I was thinking, if we had to have people start playing video games, what are some games that you would recommend? People that, you know, because I know people that haven't played video games like 20 years, and now they're stuck at home.
Yeah. Like, I think when you brought this up, I thought it was a really great topic and a really interesting point because games I'm
amazing.
Games have changed so much.
I know.
in even just the last 10 years. There's been a dramatic shift.
Like, what do you think that must... Like, they're used to pixels.
Yeah. I mean, even for people, though, like, my dad played up to PS3. Like, my dad still he played Red Dead Redemption.
Wow.
He played...
Yeah, that was much farther than mine. Mine made it to Sega Genesis era.
He played GTA 4. He played, and then PS4 came in, and it was just kind of... like he had given up on it, sort of. He played The Last of Us, honestly. The Last of Us remastered on PS4 was, I think, literally the last game my dad played.
So this isn't even that old.
No, but even still, like, games to get him interested and get him to jump back in. Or to get people who, like your dad, who, Sega Genesis or Sega Saturn may have been their last iteration.
I feel like my dad would need like a game kind of like Tetris.
Yeah.
but like
Tetris versus Puyo Puyo.
You could do Tetris 99 versus... Is it Tetris 99? Tetris 100?
Yeah, Tetris 99, the Battle Royale. So ridiculous. It's so crazy that they made Tetris a Battle Royale.
I know. I love that. I love Tetris.
It's so funny. It almost feels like a troll.
I know, right? It felt like such a troll, and it caught on.
Yeah.
I was thinking just like a ton of games, because I know I feel like one of the genres that hasn't changed much is, other than just graphically, is point and click adventure games.
Right.
So I thought that would always, people that were maybe used to like King's Quest, stuff like that back in the day. I mean, those are really still around. You could.
Yeah. And just like innovative, like oh my God. I can't remember the name, but there was that one that was getting talk about. It took place on the ship where like you would go around and find items, and then you would get like a flashback, and you're trying to solve a murder.
Hold
on.
Oh, Two Worlds? Broken Dreams, something like that. Broken Age is like one's a girl, one's a guy, and it's like one's in the future, one's in the past. Is that not what I'm talking?
Nope. The Return of the Obra Dinn.
Oh, with the boat.
Yep.
And it's like the Game Boy graphics.
Yeah. That would be. I think that would be a really, really good one.
That would be good.
That would be one I could, because my mom really she still plays the like find the I Spy games is what I like to call them, where like you're solving a mystery but by finding like random items in a too busy that sort of stuff. But like a game like The Return of the Obra Dinn she would like, because it's kind of in that same vein. Like you're not looking for like a cluster of stuff, but you're not looking for like specific items in a picture that has too much going on.
Yeah, but
like
you're just going through combining stuff.
Right, but like the solving a mystery part of it, I think she would enjoy.
That's a good pull.
Another one I was thinking too is similar to like point and click adventure, but like kind of taking that up a notch. I think video games have gotten so cinematic over the past couple years that you could put like somebody like your dad down in front of a game like Uncharted. I think your dad would love Uncharted. I played Uncharted when we were at the cabin we rented at the Finger Lakes.
At the Finger Lakes, I played Uncharted, and he did chuckle a few times.
Oh, like that game fits his sense of humor.
I know,
perfectly.
right?
And also too, like I think if you put it on the easiest difficulty and just put a controller in his hand, he's familiar enough with video games that he could do it. You know what I mean?
Probably.
And then I think from there you could like expand out, but like as a starter, putting him in front of like a very narrative heavy game on the easiest difficulty would be like a good move.
I was thinking
your Uncharted's, your God of War's, stuff like that.
I was thinking more of a game like Detroit, Too Human.
Oh, yeah, or Until Dawn.
Until Dawn, yeah. I was thinking Until Dawn would have been right up his alley.
I think especially does your dad like horror movies?
My dad does like horror movies. My dad made me watch some really weird horror movies when I was a kid. Oh, I don't know why. Is great.
I want to. So this is kind of tangential. That doesn't
like
surprise
The
me.
House?
Hearing some of the movies that like Kara watched, as like hearing like Kara's favorite movies, like The Mother or like Mother and the Muse.
Yes.
And that she watched them when she was like 4.
Yes.
I'm just like, that's wild to me.
Albert Brooks. I can't tell you how many times we watched The Muse and Mother.
Did your dad make you guys watch any Monty Python? Because I was talking with Kara about this earlier, and I was like, honestly, I can't imagine your dad not sitting down and putting Monty Python on for you guys.
My dad really liked Monty Python.
Because she was like, I don't think I've ever seen it, and I was like, I can't imagine your dad not putting on The Life of Brian or something.
I think The Life of Brian, maybe. I know he had him on Laserdisc. He liked the music the most. Like he liked the ones that had the musical numbers. I know he had a really weird one that he was like so proud to show, called the Jabberwocky.
Oh wow! And on
like
Laserdisc.
Yeah, and
if he had that still, he could probably.
I could not get into that. That was like, it was like, it's like Monty Python. Yeah, if it was like recorded and like with a shoebox camera, it's so poorly lit and old and terrible, and I just couldn't follow it.
Yeah.
Because even Monty Python and the Holy Grail is embarrassing sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like, just, I mean, it was like Clerks of the day. They just like, they leaned into stuff. It's like, we can't afford horses, so let's just have a guy bang kind of like coconuts and just make that a bit through the whole movie.
Wow, that is so funny. That's so true.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hilarious.
I loved, some of the Mask. I fucking watched The Mask so many goddamn times.
I bet.
There were so many weird movies that my dad on Laserdisc, and that was just on constant rotate. I think like the only one he ever had that was an appropriate kids movie was Bambi. he had Bambi on Laserdisc. Everything else was just inappropriate for us. We watched Tales of the Crypt. It's like Demon Blood or something. I forget what it was. It's like the Christ of the blood of Christ was carried through a cup, and they needed it to fight off demons. And oh man, just the nonsense we watched. He loved Laserdisc.
Yeah,
always showing off all the fancy features.
That does not.
I remember the time he hooked it up with an S video cable.
Oof.
And he was just like, "It's 5-4." Dude, I don't give a shit. It's like, look at those blacks. I'm like, Dad, you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sleeping in a chair tonight, Dad. Why are we buying?
Yeah, but look at the blacks.
It's like, why are we buying laser discs? Oh man,
parents make great decisions.
How about food?
Yeah, I don't want Oreos for dinner again. No, thank you.
Oreos. Ha! It was Grammy Coco's fudge.
That explains why Kara likes it so much.
Oh, dude, we lived off that shit. That was the only food in the house.
That also explains why her diet sucks so bad.
Oh,
she literally hates any food with flavor.
It was fucking Wendy's and fudge. Oh god.
But yeah, so back to the
our
topic. I think honestly the narrative quality of video games would really help get some past gamers back into it. I just think like I myself have had a decent amount of fun like sitting down and watching other people play some of those narrative heavy video games, and I think they would get the same, I would enjoy sitting down with one of my parents and watching them like experience The Last of Us. You know what I mean? Like really a test of how are you a robot or not? Like, are you AI or does this like work on you? Because a lot of like I remember my dad and I having a conversation before he played it, and him being like, "How is this game making you emotional?" And I was like, "Play it, man. Just play it." And then he played it, and I was like, because it's like a movie except it's your actions. And then he played it, and he was like, that makes perfect sense. I totally understand where you were coming from. But yeah, something like really narrative based. Until Dawn would be awesome. You said Detroit, Become Human, Heavy Rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Heavy Rain. I really liked Heavy Rain. It's one of those games you can't play again, but
I never played it. I've watched several of my friends beat it.
Yeah.
In a single night.
We
would sit there and we would
one day game.
We would all sit around for like 5 hours and watch one person play the game and just see what happened.
Yeah.
And then
that was
when
a fun game.
The move version came out, it was like we did it all over again.
Yeah. I was thinking a game that's not that gives you a little bit more freedom and like the driving, but not so as intense as Grand Theft Auto. I thought L.A. Noire would be a good game, which I feel kind of has that slow pace.
And using my dad as the litmus test, my dad loved that game. He played the shit out of it.
I liked it too. I wish it was a little bit better, but I felt like it fell flat in a few places.
I think it was 5 years too soon. I think if that game came out now, especially with how popular true crime podcasts are, it would be insane. Because like the graphics would be at the level they wanted, as far as like the face capture and stuff, and the actual like playing of the game would be insane. That game really should have come out 5 or 6 years after it did.
I only played that game in black and white.
Oh, it was so good.
I know. As soon as I got it, I turned it on in black and white. To this day, I forgot that game is made in color.
Yeah, it's perfect for that.
I'm so happy they added that. I really liked that game. You were right. Yeah, if it came out 5 years later. I also, that weird, like, you do homicide and then you go to arson.
Yeah.
Like, that bothered me. Like, I feel like it was like this weird epilogue.
And it's definitely like similar to a couple weeks ago in our episode, like figure out how to order things. Start at arson, work to homicide. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's the more interesting stuff. Don't go backwards.
I was trying to think of a few other ones.
Well, and my thing is, when you first brought this up, I initially was thinking, those like Metroidvania, 8-bit or 16-bit styled games like The Messenger, like Shovel Knight, stuff like that. But then I was like, those games though are like, they pride themselves on being graphically similar. Like it would be graphically something your parents would recognize. Or an older generation would recognize. Safe. But then the style and gameplay would be a lot more difficult. Like there are just so many buttons. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
That's my dad's number one complaint when he would try to play the PS3 and PS4, like the harder games. He would just be like, "There's just too many choices, and my brain can't process them all fast enough."
Yeah, well, that's why I always thought. Like I was thinking about that because I was thinking, well, these people aren't going to have probably a PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. They would have most likely a PC.
Yeah.
Maybe a Wii or a Switch, depending if they've got a kid. Or that's also something if they would want to buy, that's like the lowest investment.
Right.
But I also was thinking, they probably have like a Wii because everyone had a Wii.
Everyone. Literally, like, you turned 18 and you pretty much got one as a gift from the government. It was that, like, synonymous.
Yeah. Exactly.
I knew some people who had multiples.
Yeah.
They had an upstairs Wii and a downstairs Wii.
I had a lot of Wiis. I had a lot of Wii games.
Yeah, the Wii was a very, very good system, and I think it's kind of responsible for ushering us into this new generation.
Oh yeah, the Wii was a lot more than just like the first party system for me.
Yeah,
I played a lot of third party games on that. I tried a lot. I have a good collection of Wii games. I probably have like 30.
Wow.
Which I think is a fair amount.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, most people have like 5 to 10.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like Mario Kart, Mario Party, New Super Mario Brothers.
I have those.
Rock Band, Guitar Hero.
Mm-hmm. I had games like I had the Metroid Prime remake. Okay. I had the Mad World. I liked Mad World.
Yeah.
The black and white comic book, over the top kind of brawler. It was like Smash TV with I think Greg Proops. Remember Greg Proops?
I love Greg Proops. I think you would like his podcast.
Greg Proops, I think, did commentary. Like the over the top announcer. The Travis touchdown games. No More Heroes. Yeah. Zelda. I had a decent amount. Tiger Woods was probably the game I played the most of, though. I played the hell out of Tiger Woods. That would be a fun.
Yeah. I miss playing the Tiger Woods games.
Yeah. Sports games there's so much now. You couldn't, like, a lot of those sports games that you were used to back in the day.
Oh, my God.
You don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have
like
that arcade style.
No, the Madden franchise I have, there's one dude who's in it who he acts like he's fucking Tom Brady. Like he picks a play and then he comes up to the line and then depending on what the defense looks like, he reads it perfectly and audibles every wide receiver and he throws for like 1,000 yards a game and he scores like 95 points a game. And it's just like, how's this fun for you? How are you enjoying this?
Yeah, I was starting to think of some like RPGs because
I think the Fallout games, as far as RPG goes, would be pretty accessible for most older generations. I mean, you can play it pretty easily, without being like super overwhelmed or anything like that. As far as difficulty goes, and the narrative is there. I'm thinking specifically like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Fuck Fallout 4.
Okay. How about some of and I feel like you could kind of find one of them to fit somebody's taste, but you could, the Telltale games.
Yeah.
Have a good variety. Yeah. Not the combat or the gameplay is like takes kind of a backseat.
Yeah. It's a lot of like, selecting dialogue is like the majority of what that game is. And I think people who haven't played video games in like a decade could access those games pretty easily.
Yeah, and they're on iPads. The Walking Dead season 1 and 2
is incredible.
Is great. I never finished the whole thing, but
I didn't play. I played part of 3 and then what kind of lost interest.
Yeah. But they have the Batman one. They have
Werewolf Among Us is really good.
Werewolf Among Us, yeah. Which got finally is getting part 2.
Yeah,
They did
thank
announce
God.
that.
The
Somebody
Game of
stepped up.
Thrones one, even I've heard pretty good things about.
Yep, Game of Thrones. Interesting take on it. How you're like another family.
Yeah.
Up from the in the north. You're like not one of the Starks, but you're a lord or something from like the north. So, they didn't have to rewrite the story. You're just kind of seeing it from a lesser player in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a good stepping point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the narrative quality of modern gaming, I'm really happy that we're getting into that. Like, I think it seems to be like there's 2 styles of game right now, and it's the multiplayer shooter. Sports games will always exist.
Yeah.
But the main 2 are like your multiplayer shooter or a narrative heavy game. Like, the story is big. It gets you really heavily invested in the characters. Just like a lot of really good stuff like that.
Yeah, and then everything else is just a lot. It's just a bunch of small pieces of the pie.
Right.
The indies, they'll have either those crazy esoteric out-of-body kind of experience games where, like the Stanley Parable or something like that, where it's just trying to like push the boundaries or change just how gameplay is, but a little gimmicky sometimes.
Right.
Like Pony Island. A lot of resource gathering games, those are popular. That I see a game would be very addicting for, somebody who just wants to get anything. Something like Subnautica.
That's like my stepdad's like number one. Like, he likes a lot of RTS games, but they have to have a resource gathering quality or he's not into it.
Maybe games like Prison Architect or 2 Points Hospital.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of 2 Points Hospital would be good too, because that would be pretty like kind of familiar. Like, they'd at least remember,
I would
like,
see
the
that I could
Toaster
see
games.
something like my dad would pick up and get a kick, like could play.
I think a lot of the indie games would unfortunately suffer. Your Ori and the Blind Forests and Thomas Was Alone. like, I couldn't imagine somebody who didn't play video games picking up Thomas Was Alone and being or, this game is, people like this game, you're just shapes. You're just different types of blocks.
The Binding of Isaac
that one. Yeah. Oh my God, Binding of Isaac, people would like
Enter the
especially
Gungeon.
In the area
I could
where
see
I live.
roguelikes would be like the worst thing for a parent. They wouldn't get that.
Yeah. No.
They'd just be like, I just keep dying.
Yeah. Everything's dead.
It's like, first room I die.
What am I doing wrong?
And then I start again and I have a different gun and it's not the same and I'm not used to it. And I die again.
What happened to my guy? This Nintendo's being weird.
Is it supposed to be hard? I think you put the difficulty too high. Everything's so small.
Why does it look old? That was my favorite. When I would play like indie games and my dad would walk into the room and be like, he would just be like, you're literally playing a supercomputer. Why are you playing a game that looks like it came out in 1995?
I know.
I'd be like, because it's an indie, Dad. Gosh.
Retro, God.
It's what's in right now.
Jeez.
God. Do you knock?
My friend said it's going to make me cool, Dad. It's either this or drugs. So you decide. Kind of just want to do both.
Yeah, I'm going to do both, but I'm going to keep a secret.
I'm going to do both, but I'm just going to pretend. Oh, man. I'm thinking, what else? I don't know. How about Civilization?
Okay. I think Civilization would be... So here's the thing that I think would be difficult about Civilization. I think they would really, really enjoy it for the first hour. And then when you get later in the game and you start getting like sub-turns, you know what I mean? Where like you have smaller cities that are like taking turns in the middle of things.
Yeah.
And then when you get to like the later game where it's like, oh, this turn is going to take me 10 minutes to do everything. I think they would be out.
Yeah,
like,
it depends. I think it depends who gets into it. Yeah. What about the game that just won't ever die? Skyrim. I've seen so many people Like, that seems to be the game. Or maybe Breath of the Wild?
I think Breath of the Wild you could get because you could be like, hey, remember Zelda?
Yeah. See,
this is what it looks like now.
My dad and I had Zelda 2. We didn't have Zelda 1.
Right.
So we, we learned how to play on Zelda 2. I think we rented Zelda 1 a couple times.
Yeah,
but Zelda 2 was the one we actually owned.
I think if you had somebody like that, you could get them into Breath of the Wild. But Skyrim, I couldn't see being something anybody would be interested in who didn't already like RPGs. And that could be my Skyrim bias because I really fucking hate that game.
I was like, I couldn't see anybody getting into this game at all.
I hated it. And I love Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I hated Skyrim.
I didn't get into Skyrim either. I loved Morrowind. Morrowind was my jam.
It honestly broke my heart because one time so do you know who Kumail Nanjiani is?
No.
He's an actor and a comedian. So he used to have a podcast with his wife called The Indoor Kids.
Okay.
And one time they asked for unpopular video game opinions. And I was like, okay, I'll give mine. So my unpopular video game opinion is that Skyrim was a terrible game. And I said, Skyrim is literally like the textbook cliche supermodel of video games. And then I expanded on that idea by saying it's really pretty and great to look at, but has zero substance to it and is utterly useless. And they they read my bad opinion, and then literally both of them were like, I couldn't disagree more. I hate that opinion because I love this game. Skyrim is perfect, and I don't understand where this person is coming from. And I was like, my hero. I looked up to him in comedy a ton, and then for him to just kind of call me an idiot was like hurtful. But also too, like from listening to their podcast, I know that Skyrim was the first one they got into. Like they played Oblivion a little bit, but Skyrim was like their big one. And I was like, I totally get it. If you never played any of the older stuff, I get why Skyrim would be awesome. But like when you compare it to like Oblivion or Morrowind, doesn't hold the torch.
Man, I remember just going around in Morrowind. You know what the best thing about Morrowind was? The making your own spells.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Everything about it. Morrowind was like, it was literally like after Morrowind, they started to get they got more and more restrictive and less creativity for the user.
Yeah.
And then eventually got to the like
everything was just content
you get to Skyrim,
for them, and it was just all Skyrim, and it's just like content.
Yeah, and then you get to Skyrim, which is literally just fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest. Like that's all it was. Whereas like at least in Oblivion, you had like interesting stories. Like there were a lot of like really, really cool and intriguing side missions and stuff.
Yeah.
Am I boring you, Ty?
No, dude, I'm dying. You know that. That's not fair.
I know.
That's not fair.
I know. I was just kidding.
I hate this so much.
Ugh.
Chris, it's just not fair.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, I feel like we've exhausted our topics. So do you want to move on the thumbs up and up?
I do.
Okay.
Are you still going with your...
Yeah, I'm standing by. Corey at Homeless Wizardry on Twitter. You are my thumbs up and up. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for giving me this, sending us this incredible game.
Yay.
He messaged me personally after he sent the codes, and he was like, you don't have to like the game, but you must like the soundtrack. And I'm happy to report the music is incredible.
It is a good soundtrack.
The soundtrack to the game is so fucking good.
I just gotta get to this. I gotta beat this boss.
Yeah.
I have to beat this boss.
I'm excited to keep playing it for sure. Like 100%.
I gotta see the hook.
So excited. Like I kind of want to play a little bit more tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah, I'm going straight to bed. Oh man. I'm gonna give my thumbs up and up to somebody who is trying to make the best out of this situation. It's a funny little show. It's called Mysterious Monsters. It's a game show.
Ooh.
Kind of like a trivia game show. He basically has 3 contestants come in. He's had some good contestants. He had Ashley Birch. Elise has been on. Elise
nice.
Willems. A lot of people. A lot of random people.
I'll have to check this out on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, it's Easy Allies does it.
I have such a crush on Elise. She's the best.
She is. She's really funny too. I think it was Elise, Ashley Birch, and somebody else who I think
on one episode, both
yeah,
Elise and Ashley Birch. That's incredible.
Yeah, they became BFFs like on the show. It's just trivia questions. There is these hilarious commercials that they make, like this sponsor called Salmon Globe, that is like a dystopian ruler that just basically has like these creepy pacifist ad campaigns that is like if Half-Life, there was an advertisement in Half-Life, this is kind of what it would be like. It's like, eat Salmon Globe. Like, what is Salmon Globe? Eat Salmon Globe and be happy. Everybody that we tested says that they would be happy if they ate Salmon Globe. Salmon Globe, be happy. You know, just something like that. And then and then we're back. And this guy, the guy who does it is this like over the top, super hyped up host. And he gets these contestants and he asks, there's a shop. You know, it's very video game themed. There's shops and a Plinko board and bonus loot drops and stuff like that. You can buy items that help you answer questions or get you more points. But the latest episode, since, you know, he can't have any guests, and it's very fun. It's hilariously cut. He has Siri versus Google Home versus Amazon Echo, or the Echo Dot. And he basically, those are his 3 contestants. They cut everything. And they basically do the whole show with those 3 contestants. It's pretty funny. Well done. Get some surprise answers. It's really fun, kind of funny. Seeing the banter, he asks them like just, you know, banter questions. And he does a good job. It's funny. It's not like this typical episode, but props for him for trying. So I give so that's what I give my thumbs up. It's called Mysterious Monsters, and it's over at the Easy Allies YouTube channel. Bring.
I'm gonna check that out tomorrow.
You should.
I'll probably watch it while I eat lunch.
There you go.
Sad note to take it out on. Ty, have you ever been to Spray Paint Road? Graffiti Highway, whatever you want to call it.
I heard about that today. I have. I have been to Centralia.
So for those of you who aren't from the locale, Centralia, Pennsylvania is the loose inspiration for Silent Hill.
Yep. The story behind it is that it is a mining town up in the middle of like central Pennsylvania, and one day the mine caught fire,
and it's one of the largest veins of anthracite coal in the world.
And it is still, to this day, on fire.
Since the 70s.
Yeah, the town had to be abandoned. The people who refused to sell their land before the government leased it out, their land is useless. They're not allowed to sell it.
There's still a couple people who live there, but people who refuse to leave have died.
Yeah, they have no claim to the land anymore.
Population is like 6 now.
Yeah. I have a rock. I have a few rocks from deep I found a couple holes, some fissures that were emitting smoke. So I reached my hand down there and I grabbed a couple rocks. So I do have a couple rocks. They are
cool.
Stained hell red, hellfire red. Kind of a neat little thing. But there is a road that is graffitied.
Yep,
it's all being
part
torn down.
of Route 61. They had to close down because of the heat underneath the earth started to lift and crack the highway. I don't know how true this is, but the highway there now that they had to rebuild is red because it's made of clay, because clay is more forgiving to heat, from my understanding.
I don't remember. It is a whole lot of nothing. sadly, now.
It really is. It really is.
It used to be...
There's an abandoned church and an abandoned graveyard that are pretty neat.
Yeah. That is about it.
But because people were traveling from all over PA and even out of state to Spray Paint Road during this time of quarantine, people were taking it as a time to like, hey, let's go check this out now that we're unemployed. And as a result, today they covered the whole thing in dirt. Just mounds and mounds of dirt to prevent people from going. So an ode to Spray Paint Road is the name of this episode. I just thought of that.
That's
ode.
Adorable.
That's what we'll tribute this episode to.
How adorable. People are dying, but here on the upNup, we want to make sure that some dirty old road that's unfit to drive on gets our thumbs up and up.
Well, and how funny is it that the coal region where I grew up, like our two claims to fame are now gone. One was Spray Paint Road. The other was the Glen Burn Mountain, which was until they tore it down to expand the prison. It was the largest man-made mountain in the world. How fucking sad.
Wow. Sunbury has the world's largest Faber Dam.
It does.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. Did you also know, Ty, fun fact, Sunbury, Pennsylvania was designed to be the original capital of the state of Pennsylvania.
I knew that as
That's why Market Street is built the way it is.
Yep.
Here are all your central Pennsylvania facts.
Oh, so many.
For those of you who aren't from the area.
You know what I've always wanted to do? Actually, since Kara's got an ear with the mayor, I want the wall to be turned into like the longest mural.
I'll tell her to pitch that. I honestly think if anyone would do it, it would be this current mayor.
I know, right? Because I feel like that's got to be a record. That wall is so long. Like, where else do you have a wall that long that you could paint? For those of you who don't know, my hometown, Sunbury, Pennsylvania, is built below the water level. So
it's like our own little New Orleans.
It is. That's exactly it. Our two solutions were, our first solution was to just move, but no one agreed with that. So our second solution was after the town flooded like 3 times. The military came in and built a giant ass wall. It's like 12 feet tall, 14 feet.
Mm-hmm.
14 feet concrete wall that goes on for miles along the whole length of the town. And when it rains, it has been recorded going all the way to the top of that wall. And that wall holds back an entire Susquehanna River.
There were times too in the past I remember where like there was severe rainfall and it like would slosh over the top.
Oh yeah. You could drive and it's 14 feet up in the air, there's just water coming over. And you're just like, man, I hope that holds. Like one little crack is all that takes.
Yeah.
That town would flood.
Oh, for sure.
But then they also have the Faber Dam, which is just like a nylon sack that they inflate when they don't have enough water.
All right, Ty, I looked it up. Unfortunately, it would not be the world record for the longest. By
what is it?
0.3 of a mile.
Is that it? By 0.3 of a mile?
Yep. So the world's longest mural is the Pueblo Levee project, which is 3 miles long, and the wall in Sunbury is roughly 2.7 miles long.
Oh, man. See, that's close, though.
It really is. Honestly, you could probably get them to build another mile of wall just so they could have the world record.
And make a lifetime make a Lifetime movie about the extension of the wall. It's like, we don't even need the wall. It doesn't even do anything past this point. But we could have the record, and this town needs it. And then it bankrupts the town. They can't find anybody to paint it.
The whole town goes under, but then the woman who's in charge of the project finds a man that she falls in love with that inspires her to successfully complete the project.
Yep. And then a bad flood happens and the whole town gets flooded the next year. I like to end on a down note. And then everyone dies.
Yeah, because the wall breaks at the extension.
Yep.
The extension weakened the wall.
Oh, yes.
So then the whole town floods.
The whole town drowned.
Mm-hmm.
And it ends
everybody.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah. Man, that movie's fucking amazing.
That's such a good movie.
It's one of my favorites. My favorite thing about teaching ancient Greece to my students is it justifies me being able to show
that
them,
in.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
You know,
man, that movie's so good.
It's such a good movie.
Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow. I don't know if it's because I'm drunk, but I want to watch it tomorrow.
I've been having a hankering to watch Memento. I don't know why.
Memento's a weird one. I had the urge to watch Pi, of all things, the other day, and I was like, what the fuck does that say about my current mental state? No, Pi, the Darren Aronofsky movie from like 1998 about it's a black and white insane movie. I don't know how else to describe it. It's nuts.
Did you ever watch
It's
Rubber?
Really good. Yeah. Kara and I actually watched Rubber together, and it was like Rubber's just one of those, like, our mouth was agape the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Yeah, that's about probably the best way to describe that. I wasn't expecting the weird movie within a movie. Like, why was that needed?
Yeah, right?
It's like, you could have just stopped with murderous tire becomes self-aware and decides to go on a rampage. Nope, we have to have this weird second story going around where we know that the tire exists. We're filming a documentary based on the tire. Oh, my God. What a world we live in.
No doubt.
Well, Chris, I have nothing left. I have nothing left. I'm just
nothing left.
I've got to curl up into a ball and die.
I am probably gonna do similar to the same. Similar to the same.
Similar to the same.
I'm gonna finish this beer and
Bam.
I'm gonna go cover up in bed and I might cry.
Yeah, because you know what? It's still
stuck.
24 days and we've got
I'm
24
still stuck
left.
on that shit.
It's
man.
like literally the halfway point.
Literally the halfway what the
point.
fuck?
We have 24 days left.
We've been doing it for 24 days.
Yep, we're literally at the halfway point.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
So much more days. All of that.
Oh my God.
And now you have $6 to your name.
Yeah.
So now it's like grocery stores are empty. Have you been to a grocery store lately? They're fucking terrifying.
I went on Friday. And it's really funny because or Thursday, I'm sorry. Kara and I went grocery shopping on Thursday, and it was really funny because it started out, we saw, like, it wasn't very busy. We saw a couple people wearing masks and gloves, and I was like, LOL, look at these idiots. And then as we started shopping more and more, I realized we were literally the only two people not wearing masks or gloves. And I was like, oh,
I was going to bring that up to Christy. I was like, the first time I went like 2 weeks ago, I felt like the idiot with the mask on, so I didn't wear it. And then I was like, the last time I went, I was like, man, I would have been the idiot.
Yeah.
It's like, I was making fun of people not wearing the mask.
Yeah, literally. And like, I don't know how your stores are, but so the Giant that we shop at has put markings on the floor every 6 feet, so you know how far 6 feet is. And then at the checkout, they have a huge plexiglass thing separating you from the cashier. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, man, this is wild.
They have arrows at mine, so they're trying to direct traffic.
Yeah, ours is the same. Yeah, yellow arrows.
Yeah, and they still have that damn robot going
fucking
around
Marty,
spreading fucking viruses.
He's probably patient zero, honestly.
Dude, that people are fucking coughing on that thing, and then he is bumping into people, spreading the goddamn plague.
Ty, do you want to know something weird about your sister?
I mean, sure. Let's add more to the pile.
She is in love with Marty. She I don't understand it. I don't know what it is.
She would. She
adores him.
She just like loves helpless things.
She does.
I think.
Old men and Marty are like her go-tos.
Oh my God. Yes.
She's just like, she thinks he's so cute and she gets so excited whenever she sees him. And when we go grocery shopping and she doesn't get to see him, she like pouts the whole drive home.
Oh my God. She probably hugs him.
I've been trying to get her. I was like, just fucking kiss him. Like literally
even my kid's over the damn robot now.
Like she goes, every time she sees him, she goes, Martin. She gets so excited. She calls him Martin. And then like when he passes us, she goes, "Hi, Marty." Like in this like weird little voice. I'm like, do I have to fight this fucking robot?
No.
Do I have to knock him over? Because I will. I'll get banned from this giant.
He's so top heavy.
He really is. He would be easy to knock over.
Just like I would want to do one of like grab him by the head and then pull him back and then slam him hard to the ground. If I'm like actively talking about committing a hate crime to an inanimate like robot creature.
Yeah.
You think Giant would come after me? I mean, Giant's got money.
I don't think
Speaking of which, where the fuck is my sponsorship? Good and Plenty, ladies and gentlemen. They're good and they're plentiful.
Yeah, they're plentiful because nobody's fucking eating them, Ty.
They're good. Hey, listen.
The good
what would
should
you
be
rather?
The good and Good and Plenty should be a parenthetical
They're not
statement.
they're good and plenty.
Yeah. It's parenthetical. They're good and there's a lot of them.
They are plentifully and they are good. Yeah. Listen, there's somebody out there that's like, I've always seen them. I've never tried one. Well, they're trying them now.
I'll tell you what.
They're pink and white.
If you're a listener who likes Good and Plenty's, write in. Tell me I'm wrong.
Good and Plenty. I am 100% available. I will wear your merchandise.
They should be called Fine But Awful. They're so bad.
They're not bad. Listen, they make you smell like grandma.
Oh my God. They make you smell like grandma. Fine But Awful. They make you smell like grandma.
Oh man. Like they're that candy you could just take out of the box and put in a dish and they're fine.
They're that candy that's in a dish next to like a random button and a couple safety pins and an unwrapped butterscotch.
Exactly. Like hard candy from Germany.
Yeah. They're when you want your grandma to not take her medication but think she still took her medication.
She gets a pack of mothballs, Good and Plenty's, and some doilies. And
she eats the doilies because she thinks they're pizzelles, which also taste like Good and Plenty's.
Oh, nah. See, I'm not the biggest fan of pizzelles, but how dare you?
That was a deep pull. I can't believe I pulled pizzelles out of my ass.
How is that not the name of this episode?
Pizzelles out the ass? Maybe.
It's a contender. All right. Well, maybe next week I'll get my my Good and Plenty sponsorship. If anything comes out of this podcast, it better be that.
Honestly, Ty, you might not hear from Good and Plenty because they're the most at risk during this time. Because they're for old people, Ty.
Oh, nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed the joke. We need to stop there.
Do you have any plugs?
Do I have any plugs?
You got to get me that hoodie hookup on Animal Crossing.
I know, right? Isn't it so good?
It'll be easier. It'll be easier once you get the Mabel and Sable label. So work on getting them. They have a computer kiosk that like makes it easy for you to like upload designs and stuff.
All right, I'll do it. It's a great shirt. We need to get that made.
Yeah,
just get that made.
I'm gonna shop around
that quality.
Maybe that's what we can use our Trump checks for.
Ooh,
get some upNup merchandise made.
Exactly. All right, Chris, I'm falling asleep. We shouldn't record so late, but
I kind of like it. It's fun, and
I know
I'm drunk. You're tired and going through withdrawal.
Shut up. Damn. Who doesn't? You can't do that to a person.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of fucked up.
I mean, I've been literally...
They gave you medicinal blue balls, honestly.
I know, right? Well, I mean, if he... I got nothing.
Yeah, that's
every Monday. Every Monday, I just... All I have to do is text in.
I don't know if I'd say that on the podcast. That sounds a little illegal.
Well, there's like an official messaging board for my orthopedic.
I was gonna say,
and it goes right to his office.
I text my doctor's personal phone number, and I'm just saying, "Hey,
no,
you got
it?" No. It's official, legit. Like what's supposed to be happening
through the medical companies.
Through the medical, the exact people.
You're just like, hey, still in pain.
Yeah, I actually have to. Yeah, well, I mean, my procedure's not till Thursday, so nothing's changed till then. And even after the procedure's over, I'm still on it for like this. I mean, this renewal will probably be the last one, but
right.
I wasn't expecting to be detoxing and being still in pain.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's rough.
So yeah, I just want to go to bed and let this all blow over.
I don't blame you there, man.
So
all right,
I need my dad needs his fix.
Follow me at Gorky Romano on all social medias.
Follow us on upNup Pod.
Yep, upNup Pod, UPNUPPOD, like the Christian band.
Exactly.
And until next time, uppers, all I gotta say is
keep up.